Alright, hello. Today I decided that I would kind of go through GitHub and look at some of the topics like OpenGL. And as I was scrolling through here, there's so many game engines. It's kind of funny. So I'm going to just search for engine and kind of just look through what we have here. This is a Google one. I think this is for rendering. Let's see. Yeah, it's doing PBR rendering, I think. Filament is a real-time, physically based rendering engine for Android, iOS, Windows, Linux, Mac, Mac OS, and WebGL2. So, yeah, it's kind of cool. I like the ones that have pictures. Some of these just don't have any pictures, and they're kind of boring. But there's so many game engines. All right, let's go to our next one. Tiny Renderer, the next one. Any pictures? Oh yeah, we got a guy's face. Some code, some daemons. So I guess this is a brief computer graphics rendering course. So this is based on a course they had, and they produced a renderer in C++. A lot of these are going to be C++. You're going to find some in like Go and C and whatever, but you're going to find a lot of them in C++. So here's a game. Let's see. Cross-platform graphics API agnostic, bring your own engine framework rendering library. And you can with how many exist. So I guess you bring your engine and this render stuff for you or something. It's kind of cool. It's got a lot of different pictures. And you straight up have circuits. I assume that's circuits. Yeah, there's a 1-bit register there. Oh yeah, and here's straight up the and, the and, not, nor, all those gates. Something with circuits. Oh, this one has scan lines. I like it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know what's going on with half of these. This tiger, I've seen before. I've straight up seen that. A coworker of mine drew something like that. Pretty sure it was the same one. Talking Tom Pool. Is that... Man, there's so many pictures on this thing. What is this thing? What is this library? What is this? It's just a rendering library, I guess. I don't know. Pretty cool. Alright, let's go to our next one. Let's check out Magnum, lightweight and modular C++11 graphics middleware for games and data visualization. You got pictures? I don't have any pictures. Well, that's boring. Another C++11 rendering engine or something like that. There's gonna be a lot of rendering engines in this. A powerful, free cross-platform RTS game engine called Spring. You got pictures? No pictures. Show me pictures. Can't really enjoy just no pictures. Okay, open the Open Toolkit library. C# wrapper, OpenGL, giving you everything you need to write your own renderer or game engine. Do you have pictures of stuff? Of some stuff some people have made? No. Just another library for helping game engine stuff. That's kind of cool. I mean, that's to be expected inside of OpenGL. We're mostly looking for game engines though. And OpenGL RTS game engine written in C. Permafrost engine. Permafrost. Is it like Frostbite? Oh, this is for little RTS games like old school ones. This one's pretty cool. It's written in C, I believe. Yeah, written in C. I straight up said that a minute ago, but that's super cool. I love C game engines. I've written C and C++ game engines, and C, I just love it. It's my favorite language, so I'm always gonna be biased towards C engines. Right, a modern cross-platform low-level graphics library and rendering framework. Diligent engine. It's funny that I could just type engine and find all these. If I search for framework or engine, oh man, we'd probably hit every single peg on here. Ah, here's some. Great, we can render triangles and cubes and texture those cubes. We can do instancing, texture arrays, geometry shaders, tessellation, quads, data streaming. You can update things. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Render targets. Shadow mapping. What else can we do? Compute shaders. Just all the kind of like shader stuff. So, ray tracing. Command queues. So this is just like all kinds of just normal things you do. Where's that picture again? Huh. Anyways, this is kind of just, what is this, like a list of things that people normally do in OpenGL or something? That's basically what that is. Alright. Let's go to engine. G3N. It's just called engine. Go 3D game engine. So this one is a Go game engine. Got a planet. Some cool stuff. Just very flat stuff. It doesn't look like it's doing a lot with shaders in these examples. But if it's OpenGL, you should be able to just pipe the shaders in. Alright, let's just want to go. G-Canvas, a lightweight cross-platform graphics rendering engine. That's cool. What's next? ClayGE. ClayGE is a cross-platform open-source game engine. The plugin-based architecture. Anything you produce for other people to use should have some sort of plugin architecture. No pictures though. Pretty cool. Here be dragons, a basic 3D scene implemented with various engines. What does that even mean? Alright, this isn't a game engine, but I'm curious on what that even means. There be dragon. There be monkey. What else we got here? We've got 3D software renderer in 700 lines. Oh my god. 700 lines. That's so many lines. Alright, where's his 700 lines? Let's see. Mini3D.c. Are you including comments in your 700 lines? No, you're not. Because, sir, this is, or ma'am, this is 950 lines. Tisk. How are you counting 700 lines? Turn things into one-liners. You'll be able to reduce that quite a bit. Also, get rid of these braces right here. You could have saved yourself one line. We're gonna do line counting. Right, let's see what we got here. 486 lines of C++ old school FPS in a weekend. Tiny raycaster. Oh yeah, I think this one is gonna be like a Doom style raycast, yeah, kind of thing. That's pretty cool. Turkey. Thanksgiving's coming up. Makes sense. Well, I don't know if that's related. I don't even know when this was published. February 2019. So maybe not for this Thanksgiving, but you know. Oh boy, I gotta keep the cursor where we're going. Let's see. InGo is an open source 2D game engine written in Go. More game engines written in Go nowadays. Any pictures? No pictures? Well, there's that. Let's see what we got next. Alright. We can skip that one. That's an asset viewer. NumPy, OpenGL, fast, scalable, and beautiful. Scientific. Okay. This isn't an engine. I mean, it is an engine for what it does. It's not like a game engine. Oh, this is like a comic book. Kind of. There's that tiger again. My god, the theme of this is that tiger. It's just everywhere. Is that tiger like a thing? Huh. Okay, well, let's see. Fast, simple. Well, that's kind of cool. Does it produce this, or is this just kind of something you put together? I don't have the patience to read through. We've got so many game engines to look at. Physically based shading and deferred rendering for the Panda 3D game. Oh, Panda 3D. this a plugin? Render pipeline. I like this font. It makes it look very sci-fi. That's kind of nice. Foliage, trees, rocks, textures, or I should say materials. Plugin and time of day. It's pretty cool. Lots of PBR stuff around here. If you ever want to learn some PBR stuff, there's so many examples. Let's see, a C++ game engine for Windows. You gotta give me more than that because there's so many game engines that are made. It's like everybody has an engine nowadays. Well, that's cool. At least they have a something to show, not just a wall of text. I'm here for the I'm here for the pictures. Repositories for the pictures. Let's see what else we got. Zoom layout. Zoom engine. Okay, that's probably not what we're looking for. It's Quake 3. Okay. Hybrid rendering engine. A clustered forward deferred renderer, physically based shading, image based lighting, and a whole lot of OpenGL. It's got everything. It ticks all the boxes. We went through every tutorial to make this engine. That's cool. It's got some of the default meshes and stuff. It's cooler when people use like custom meshes. That way you're not seeing the same things over and over and over on all these game engines. See the renderer help. This is renderer help. Got a demon pointing. Got a triangle. Okay, carry on. This is the Lighthouse 2 framework for real-time ray tracing. Are you going to show me some ray tracing? Oh, snazzy car. Is that the frame rate in the bottom left corner? What is the 0.6? What is the timing for? Again, C++. I don't trust it. GitHub with C sometimes. It just thinks header files are C for some reason. Okay. Next is a project for processing neural networks and rendering to gain. That's not a game engine. Not the kind that I'm thinking of. Lightweight, multi-platform, data-oriented game engine. Oh, a data-oriented game engine. You don't say. Got some dude running around collecting rocks. Me in my childhood. Got some spheres going around other spheres. Ooh, look at that. Reflections. Very nice. We're showing subsurface scattering. They've got it annotated down here. Sign distance field shadows. Scriptable renderer. 100 lights using forward rendering and deferred and Z prepass. This is like some kind of fractal tower we're kind of going through. Shadows and volumes. A donut. An army of men. Or things, creatures. I don't know. And a bunch of sticks. This makes me think of those chips that are like supposed to be vegetables or whatever, and they're like in those stick format. Well, that was cool. I like his pictures. He has some cool pictures. See, a cross-platform 2D game engine. Insane. Insane. You got any pictures? No pictures? You got pictures on your website? I'm willing to go to websites if you have them linked. Oh, you got a video. Well, that's kind of cool. I'm not going to play videos, though. And I can mute this. Kind of just scrub through it. Okay, he's just kind of moving around looking at. He's just wobbling. Okay, cool. Cool and scene. Lumos cross-platform C++ 2D game engine. 2D 3D game engine. Show me. Oh, there's the 2D and here's the 3D. Oh man, everything that I was promised by clicking on that, I have seen. It has little shadows. The 2D objects. That's kind of cool. I like it. Very Unity. You'll see that a lot of game engines that actually have this kind of UI stuff is very Unity-like. I've used a lot of Unity. I don't use it anymore. But you know, modular windows are cool, but it gets a little old. I'd like to see some cool new stuff. Small C game development framework. All right, it's in C, so I'm gonna have my bias here. Oh, that's kind of cool. Is this a profiler? What is this? I have to click on it to see a little bit bigger. Yeah, there's a memory debugger, graphics debugger. Those are the important things you want to be able to view. Oh, is that in the running game? Like this is the compile game and you get to see it directly in it? Like it's built in? If so, that's kind of cool. It's a log. I like C because it's so much easier to create a plugin based system than in C++ because you got to deal with not only just like name mangling, but you also have to deal with vtables. Every compiler treats them differently. In the ABI, you may produce a binary that's different from different compilers. C is just so flat. It's so nice for that kind of stuff. Use whatever compiler you want. You can just pop in DLLs. It's great. Alright, what's the next one? We just saw Riz. MX Engine, C++ open source 3D game engine. This is the MX engine. This like scene has been used for like forever. Even when I started programming, like back in 2010, this was used. So very reminiscent of that. It's like it never dies. Kind of cool. Looks like MGUI or whatever it's called. Kind of going on here. These look like MGUIs. It's not bad. Plug that in for me so I don't have to. Ooh, Path Tracer. Ripple Simulator. Oh, skipping a rock. I like it. I like it. Alright, what's next? Hold on. Pretty sure alternative 3D game engine. That's in we might be skipping over somebody in the next one. Overload. Overload. What are we looking at here? Another Unity-esque UI. Even got the interior video like video feed there. Or preview, I should say. PBR shading, pretty standard. Material editor, pretty standard. Standard shaders. Custom shaders, real-time lighting, scene edition, editian, build system. This doesn't tell me. This does not say build system to me. And Project Hub. Oh my god, where would we be without the daggum Project Hub? We wouldn't even be able to open our projects. They would be like, where's my project? I have no idea. Where did it go? Awesome. Now where were we? Oh boy. Are we lost? We're lost in the madness here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Lightspeed, lightweight, elegant game engine in pure C. Alright, you said C. I have my bias. You better got some pictures. You better have some pictures? Okay, I was worried there wasn't going to be a picture. What's going on here? Let's take a look. Okay, you have an object tree. List of widgets. Oh, okay. Property editor. This is kind of like almost like Visual Studio, like Visual C# kind of thing. You have like your properties you can edit over here, and then like you can drag in your widgets and stuff. Okay. Oh, cool. It's got like alignment stuff. Pretty neat UI designer. We have console. Yep. Whatever console is for. And we have pictures of characters and UI objects, I guess. Texture tag sheet. Compressed. Difference. Original. Oh. Okay, so I guess there's some compression stuff we got in here. If these are PNG, you can just like embed PNG quant. It has a C library. You can just stick that directly into your code and just use that. I've done that. It's nice for fixing up those PNGs you don't export, right? Saves you a lot of memory. A modern re-implementation of classic DOS game Duke Nukem. Well, that's Duke Nukem. That's not a game engine that somebody made recently. OpenGL and OpenGL Vulkan Java 3D engine. Let's check it out. We've got your typical landscape and waterscape. It does land and water real well. There's some trees too. If you want to land and waterscape, this is your thing. Is that what this is for? Is this for rendering like land and water? No, it's just a cross-platform 3D engine. They did Vulkan. Followed them Vulcans. Okay. Well, you can run it, apparently. We're not even like halfway down the page, so I might have to cut some of these guys that are less interesting, like they don't have any pictures. Okay, the Ruby 2D Gym. Ruby 2D Gym. Gym? Gym? Alright. Boring. Blech. Alright, next one. ET Engine. Real-time 3D game engine with a focus on space sim. Okay, that's cool. So this is the kind of thing that I do like, is when people create game engines that are very specific to a thing, because then you can, I mean, that's fantastic. Then you can really optimize for particular kinds of things. Trying to optimize for every possible scenario, this is like the fault of Unity. This is where Unity kind of downfalls in some areas. Trying to optimize for absolutely everything, you kind of wind up with a mess. But game engines for like a specific thing, totally down. I love it. So it does rendering. I want to zoom in on all these guys. I don't know why. It's shiny. Look at them. They're all shiny. Got a little. Are they supposed to be like stars to show like you can have a lot of stars and like kind of thing? Still 60 frames per second. 5 milliseconds on your. I mean, if you're gonna put this on the screen, you need to say what computer you're running on, because like, what are the min specs kind of thing. Just putting a frame rate counter. Unless you already told me what you tested on. But just putting a frame rate counter kind of means nothing for screenshots. I mean, it's probably for you and you're just taking a screenshot. But that's really cool. I like it. If you're looking to make a space sim, check out ET Engine. Tiny engine. A tiny OpenGL wrapper / 3D engine in C++. Oh boy, as if we need another wrapper. That's cool. What am I looking at? Are these bubbles? Is this, I mean, this is another fractal kind of thing. I should know the algorithm off the top of my head, but I can't think of the name. So let's carry on. Got a tree. That's a little tree. And a desk in a spooky room. See, a simple scene example. Is this, the description is on the top or the bottom? I don't know. There's a bunch of cubes moving around. That is pretty cool. Tiny engine, yet another wrapper. Okay. What do we got next? Archived repository. For current repo, see this. Carry on. We're going to be looking at next a simple real-time graphics playground for experimentations. That's kind of cool. So it's just like a thing for you to play around with graphics. They're using MGUI. IMGUI? I don't know how to say it. They're using that too. That's cool. So it's just like for you to test out things. That's useful. You don't want to build it out yourself. You just want to kind of experiment with ideas and stuff. Nice. Okay, simple open source 2D graphics for everyone. Man, if all the projects on GitHub are simple, which ones are complex? It's like the thing where like, if everything is easy, I mean, doesn't it normalize it to where some of them have to be hard? Comparatively, in comparison. All right, no pictures. Ah, fail. Next one. I mean, that was written in C though, but no pictures. I'm not going to be that biased. Okay, cross-platform, 2D game engine in pure Swift. Cross-platform, Swift. Fax machine noises in my head. I guess technically, if you run on 2 different platforms, you can call it cross-platform. I'm used to it being used for like, hey, you can run this on, you know, different kinds of platforms, because in my opinion, macOS and iOS are pretty dang close. Now, if there's like Windows and Mac, you can call it, in my opinion, cross-platform. Those are 2 different things. You've got to implement 2 different ways. A C99 3D game engine. That's pretty cool. C99. Do you have pictures? Oh, you got pictures. Here's some rocks on top of some wood. And there's some shadows going on here. Nice. Some lights. There's some lights and normal maps. Pretty cool. This one has no lights. Nice. So this is a C99 game engine. Pretty cool. I'm not stuck in the ANSI C, you know, old school C code stuff too often, unless I'm actually doing something for an old platform. You know, some modern C libraries are nice to have. Standard libraries, that is. What is this? VCT Render, a real-time global illumination solution that achieves glossy surfaces, diffuse reflection, specular reflection, ambient occlusion, indirect shadows, soft shadows, emissive materials, and 2 bounce GI published here. Published here. Oh, IEEE Explorer, IEEE.org. Now I'm curious if it's going to IEEE. It's going straight into IEEE standards. Got pictures? Yep. Pipelines? Yep. Voxels? There we go. Voxel stuff. That's cool. I mean, this is kind of neat. It's very specific. A lot of broken links or images. Let's see. Ooh. Voxels. Voxely. This one's pretty cool. Actually, like, from a like, taking this into a thumbnail size, it actually looks pretty dope. I like this one. This one's a pass. Pretty cool. VCT Render. Lemon Engine. Is you a game engine? 3D FPS game engine with full dynamic lighting and shadows. Full dynamic lighting and shadows? That takes like a day or two to implement. What do you mean? Oops. I didn't want to go to YouTube. I just want to close that. I'm not watching YouTube videos right now. Well, that's cool. Rabbit Toolbox. Do you have pictures? I can't understand the language. Oh, like anime girl. And coffee. This is nice. This like reminds me of Up. Is this from Up? What's in the window there? It's in the painting. I can't get any closer. I mean, this is cool. I don't know what it is, but it could be pretty dope. I don't have like a translator or anything here, plugin or anything like that. Tiny Gizmo, a simple intermediate mode 3D gizmo manipulator. Oh, you can have your own transform, rotation, and scale widget. 1,200 lines of code. Sign me up. See, look at that. Exactly what it says it is. Translate, rotate, scale widgets. Do I just like, what is this written in? C++. Oh, Objective-C. Libre Lancer, a re-implementation of Freelancer. I've never heard of Freelancer, but that exists. A modern cross-platform low-level graphics API. Isn't that what like Vulkan and that kind of stuff is? Is this just a wrapper around those? Probably. Graphics wrapper. Okay. Personally, I would just use the APIs that are available. See, 3D C and C++ game engine created by Brady Jessup. C/C++. This is always funny to me because most of the time people just mean C++ when they see C/C++. Sure, they may have like one C function or something inside of there, or C style function. Arcane Engine, real-time, physically based renderer, built with OpenGL. Got pictures? You don't have pictures. All you're going to show me is you can do this in Photoshop for all I know. Exploding camel. Great. Okay. We're going to carry on. This is probably going to wind up being like a long video. Jeez. Nazra Engine is fast, complete, cross-platform, object-oriented API can help you in your daily developer life. Not when all your tests are failing, or your builds are failing. I don't know how that's going to help me if they're all failing. Metaphors, engine re-implementation and data interchange for games by Retro Studios. Who is Retro Studios? Never heard of them. Cool picture though. Is that a Samus arm? Retro Studios. Am I supposed to know who Retro Studios is? Let's go to their website. That's true. Yeah. Is this like a re-implementation of like a recreation of Metric? I'm down. That's cool. Pretty sweet. Writhe is a data-oriented C++ game engine built to make optimal use of modern hardware. Optimal use of modern hardware. Sorry, I was expecting something else as like the splash image. I was not ready for that dynamic destruction example. Okay. Legion, if anyone needs to make optimal use of their modern hardware to blow up cubes. See, Legacy. Oh, this is that ET thing. We're just going to continue. We already saw ET something. A tiny, unlicensed 3D game engine in C with C++ and Lua interfaces. Written in 32 random days, months, and 32 random years? Ava. You got pictures? Oh, you do have pictures. There's a bunch of cubes. What are you going to do with all them dang old cubes? What's going on here? This knight's helm is surrounded. It's a ball pit. Now that is the kind of knight helm that I want. Just stick my head in and it's just a ball pit. That's pretty cool. I don't know what it's for. It's an unlicensed game engine in C. I mean, I'm biased towards C, although you've got a lot of Objective-C in there. Could be just the nature of Objective-C. You just got to write a lot of it for anything, even if it's just a plugin. Small C++14 render engine. We've seen C17. We've seen C++ 17, 11, and 14. We're hitting all the releases. Is that RPG Maker? Why did I click on that and just... You're supposed to show me the picture when I click on it. Okay, well. There's some examples. There's a Depot. looks like cloth simulation a little bit. And particles. I'm assuming that's particles. This one might be for UI, maybe. It's cool. Okay, on to our next one. Oh my god, we're not even halfway down the page. There's so many game engines. Rendering engine using C++ and OpenGL. Rendering engines and game engines kind of go hand in hand. Some people just quit at the rendering part because they found the part that they liked, and or they'd done the part that they liked, and other people kind of go full-blown Unity or whatever. They basically recreate Unity's UI. Source code for cross-platform OpenGL gaming engine. Okay, carrying on down the chain. This looks like it's going to be another one. Polymer. Graphics plus interaction engine. What is an interaction engine? Like it runs and you can probably move things around and like see how they change. It's kind of cool. I'm down with viewers. Aren't those like, what are they, Vive controllers or something? I don't do much VR stuff. A port of Babylon.js, okay? Thunder engine. Thunder engine Thunder, an open source game engine written in C++ with a flexible architecture. They're all flexible, they're all simple. You gotta give me more on a tagline. Is that Unity? I looked at that and I just thought, is that Unity? I think that's Unity. Content browser, properties, hierarchy. Well, the hierarchy is over here. I mean, you can move stuff around Unity. Cool, I guess. If you want to play Bejeweled, I'm sure there's a sample code for that in there. Lightweight, low-level creative code toolkits. Creative code toolkits. Oh, that's cool. A tile map editor and a shader. I mean, that's a very simple shader. Okay. So, here we go. We've got a basic cross-platform 3D game engine. Shervaintor. Ooh, that's creepy. What is that? Oh, at least they have a picture, unlike others. It is a basic. That's a new one. We've seen a lot of simples, but we've not seen very many basics. Oh, cool. They have like a little web demo. I'm down to play web demo. Oh my god. This is that Sanic, isn't it? It's like Knuckles Sanic. There's some creepy stuff. Somebody has a lot of time on their hands. What is this? Why does this all turn red? This UI, you can click through it. Okay. Well, that's nightmarish. Engine! The title of that page is just Engine! Well, that was kind of funny. Okay. At least that had some humor to it. I like it. Lightweight game engine, Moss. Oh, they've got a lot of spheres. Oh, that's kind of cool. Looks like moss. It's like rain and stuff. There's a little tugboat. It's like a little Lego tugboat. That's cool. I like that. It looks neat. It's in development. Slightly experimental. So many game engines. So little time. The G3N game engine demo. Does G stand for Go? Yep. Oh, we already saw this one. What? Wait, isn't this the space one? I'm so confused. Is this a game engine? Territory. 3D rendered proc-gen world test C++ homebrew voxel engine for agent-driven procedural generation world simulation. Whew. There was a lot of words that was hard to read. I'm not very good at reading. Kind of cool looking. Voxel stuff. Put it on a shirt. Oh, I saw this. This is kind of cool. Little dinosaur and little physics going on. You know what? It's not an engine, but we're going to take a look at it. I'm going to take a look at this dynamic simulator. Dynamatics. I like it. There's little boxes that go down over his tail. They shoot at him. Come around his neck. Oh, I love it. Okay. That's cool. Oh, straight up like that Windows screensaver. When bricks collide. I like it. So you can like see where it was on each of the frames or something? Is that what it's supposed to be? I mean, obviously you see the in-betweens on those frames, but like if you were to take an instance, you'd be able to see where they were. Well, this is really cool. I'm glad I clicked on it, even though it's not an engine. I mean, I like all the little boxes and the dinosaur things. Oh. And I can just watch this as like for fun. There it goes. Nice. I think I'm gonna star this one and look at it later. Wasn't even my game engine. Examples for the Magnum C++ 11.14 graphics engine. These are just examples. Well, now you know there's a Magnum engine. We'll take a look at it and see if they have pictures. They don't have pictures. What kind of examples is that? Trial. Yet another common Lisp. Yet another common Lisp. Is common Lisp like a modern version of Lisp? I don't keep up to date with Lisp. Somebody tell me. But yet another? Is there another? Is there a ton of Lisp game engines? What's going on here? It's confusing. General purpose game engine written in C++ with an emphasis on materials rendering, PBR, clear coat, in anisotropy, iridescence. Big words. Nice. I like the logo here. Uh-huh. Yes, with a focus on PBR. A lot of game engines focus on PBR. PBR is the thing. I mean, to be fair, the engine that I wrote focused on PBR. And then I made a whole bunch of 2D stuff in it. Just because, why not? Okay, this is the Fish engine. Simple, Unity-like game engine. See, this one deserves a yet another title on it. The Lisp one, I don't know why the Lisp has a yet another game, Unity engine clone is what, you know, they should put here, but not on the Lisp one. 3D game engine, 4D, or maybe in D, written in D. I mean, pretty cool looking. Like the bloom. Here's a truck. Oh, this is Blender, Eevee, and Dacon. Oh, this is what Eevee looks like, and look, this is what we look like. It's cool. I like it. Although, like, why does the programming language matter? Like, you're just... This kind of stuff is the graphics stuff. Why did D matter? You're putting a lot of emphasis on D here. Obviously because that's the language it's written in, and that's what people are going to look for if they look for a game engine written in D. But like, these are all just graphics things. You can do that in most languages. It just goes off to the GPU and takes off with all your shaders and stuff. Okay. A portable enhanced source port of Doom. Okay, we're gonna skip that one. We know what Doom is. Daemon, the Daemon game engine with some bits of I/O. What is Daemon game engine? Is that used for a game I know? Possibly, but they ain't got no pictures. OpenGL Vulkan header loader generator. Let's see, modern particle engine. Okay. It's called Sparkle. Great name for a particle engine. Now that's neat. Some pretty cool stuff. Filament. Did we already see if... Oh, this is good. We're back at the top. Alright, well, I think we've seen enough game engines. I mean, this thing goes on for thousands of game engines. There are so... This is an X-ray game engine. For Stalker. The game Stalker. Here's... there we go. This is another... more radical fork. Oh, this is Coco Studio. I thought they were saying yet another game engine. 2D game engine. Visual, what you see is what you get. Incandescence engine. Cross-platform. Modern game engine. I mean, these things go on forever and ever and ever. Absolutely everyone has game engine. So, like, glad they're open source, though. Some of them are pretty cool. The ones that are specific towards a certain thing, totally cool. I like the ones in C. I like to explore like how people solve problems in C, and, you know, that kind of stuff. But anyways, yeah. Hope you enjoyed our little peruse through game engines. And I didn't even type in game engine. I just clicked on OpenGL and like scrolled, and that's how many game engines popped up. So there are a lot of game engines out there for you to kind of mess with if you want to. Probably a lot of them are half done. Forgotten about, old, and whatever, but you can learn something from them. They've got all their shaders. I mean, that's probably the cool part, is grabbing shaders out of them. But this has been a long enough video. I don't know how I'm going to edit it down. Probably just delete all the ones that didn't really... delete all the parts where I go into ones that don't have any pictures, because that's boring. But yeah, thanks for watching. I don't know what this video is. I was just scrolling through and I thought it was hilarious how many game engines I came across in the OpenGL category. We have to go through those. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.